Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Jay the ENTJ back for another video. Okay, this time I'm going to do a video on my dominant function, extroverted thinking. So I'm calling this the TE Clinic. Alright, and I'm kind of doing this off the top of my head. I just felt like I wanted to do it. It's probably the easiest function for me to deal with, obviously, since I use it the most. So I felt like I would do something on extroverted thinking. There's other videos on it out there. A lot of these videos, though, are for people who don't necessarily dominate with it, though. So this is coming from a perspective of somebody who uses it on a regular basis. So we'll see, how my description of it differs or compares to what they have to say about it. And, obviously feel free to comment to let me know if you think that I'm off base or, 100% on track here, or at least mostly on track. I probably won't be 100% on track because then I'll be perfect, and, nobody's perfect, of course. Well, at least I'm not, no matter how hard I try. But either way, I strive for it, and that's what I do. I strive for perfection. All right, now extroverted thinking, the way I understand it, and this is basically a personal description here, so don't destroy me and say that's not the way extroverted thinking is because Jung says this. Look, I haven't looked directly at any of Jung's material, so this is basically a personal experience here. So cut me some slack, you bastards. All right, so extroverted thinking for me is a logical process in which I try to organize things in a way that makes some kind of logical sense. It follows some kind of sequential order to some degree, and I'm looking to, basically get to some kind of result. And I'm looking to get to the results as efficiently as possible without having to fool around with too many details. Okay, and when I come up with an idea, I like to talk the idea out. Um, and the more I talk, even if the idea is not fully developed, okay, the more developed it will be over time as I keep running my mouth, okay. I can basically, develop the idea, as I'm talking about it, either to someone or to myself. No one actually has to be around. I talk to myself out loud on a regular basis. And I'm sure it looks ridiculous because it doesn't matter where I am, whether I'm, by myself somewhere, whether I be at home, in a car, whatever. And, I'm sure people look at me like, who the hell is this dude talking to? I'm talking to myself. I'm a person too, okay? And do I answer myself? Maybe. Maybe. Sometimes. Not all the time, though. So I'm not crazy all the time. Just just partially nuts, okay? Don't judge me because I judge myself enough as it is. Okay. Basically, extroverted thinking is very um, intimidating to people, okay? And the reason why is because we're very outspoken with what we have to say when we decide to say something. And, people sometimes get caught off guard by, how, direct we can be with it. And so, the political correctness a lot of times gets thrown out of the window. You know, so we can appear confrontational. I, you know, I personally don't believe that I'm confrontational necessarily. I just think that I don't mind debating an issue, okay, and I don't necessarily have to, win the argument, okay, necessarily. If you have some information on a topic that's better than mine and you win the argument, well, guess what? all's fair, okay, in war and debating. I just made that up. But no, if you can prove your argument better than I can prove my argument, then big ups to you. Okay? I salute you, and I'll be fine with that. Okay, but you have to be able to support your argument with things that make sense, whether those be facts or whether that be some kind of logical reasoning. Has to be that way, or else I'm going to look at you like you have three heads. Okay. Now, as far as debating goes, okay, I'm very good at it naturally. I never did understand this until I started getting into the Myers-Briggs, but yeah, I'm very good at it naturally. So if you don't have TE and you try to debate me, basically when it comes down to it, more than likely I'll crush you, like Drago and Rocky 4. I'll crush you, okay? No offense though. I really admire your type, whatever you are. But yeah, if you try to debate with me, please be prepared because I'm very competitive and I'm going to try to win. Now, if I don't win, like I said, you know, it's not the end of the world there. I'm not going to, flip out completely or anything like that. But, okay, just know that it's going to be very difficult for you if you're irrational and you don't have, some kind of facts in line. I'm just saying. So, you know, um, extroverted thinking is very determined. I don't tend to give up very easily. I'm going to stick it out for as long as I can until I feel like there's nothing else I can do. And you know, other types get frustrated by that because they're looking like, dude, give it up. Don't you ever get get tired, of trying to prove your point? And the answer is no. Okay, so get over it. Okay, so either win the argument or let me win. One of the two. There's got to be a conclusion. There's got to be some kind of resolution there, and I totally expect to come out on top. Okay, and that's why ENTJs tend to win a lot, maybe, just because of the resoluteness there. Okay, we just tend to go in, go in hard, and go in swinging, and come out on top victorious. That's just the mentality. But like I said, we can, concede defeat to someone who we feel is superior to us at that particular time. So, you know, there you go. Um, also, um, you know, I think that, you know, um, yeah, yeah, I think that extroverted thinking, um, as opposed to like introverted thinking, is just a situation where, you know, we just like to get our ideas out of our head and into the, atmosphere of thought for, um, debate. We like to bounce our ideas off people, and if there's no one there to bounce ideas off of, we like to bounce them off of ourselves. And obviously, introverted thinkers kind of, are internally able to analyze and process whatever it is that they're thinking about and just keep it to themselves until they feel some kind of need, to get it out there. So, big ups to introverted thinkers for being able to do that. I can't do that, so sometimes, you know, I can come off as being overly aggressive and pushy with my ideas, even though I'm not really trying to be. I'm really just trying to get some feedback on it, and kind of knock it back and forth to see if it makes any sense to even keep going forward with it if it's not a developed idea. If it is a developed idea, then true enough, I'm probably going to be stubborn on, changing it if I feel like I've really thought about this for a while, talked it out, over a period of time, and I'm like, you know what, this is a good idea. And I'm not telling it to you so you can necessarily give me any, advice to change it, but I'm just telling it to you because it's a great idea and you just need to know about it. Alright, so that 10 minutes went by extremely quickly. So in a nutshell, alright, that's extroverted thinking from the personal experience of a real live ENTJ. Alright, you heard it here first. TE Clinic is over. I hope you learned. Later.